There are so many different ways to draw and paint flowers and other plants. In this video, I'm going to show you a bunch of different ideas for approaching this topic, from drawing what you really see to using your imagination. And in the end, I'm going to take you through a project of drawing a bunch of different flowers in a vase. Project number 1 is drawing from observation. That means you need something real to look at, and your job is to try to capture all the details. You can go outside and pick some weeds or flowers. You can look online. You can draw a houseplant from your house. And your job is to try to look really carefully and capture what you see. Colored pencil is a great medium for trying some really delicate details. And you can also skip right to paint if you have paint at home, and really enjoy putting the colors and the lines where you see them. Remember, flowers are not perfect, so try to capture all the little wiggly stems and imperfections. Notice all the different types of green and all the different types of yellows. Another thing you can try if the weather's good is to draw outside. Be prepared though. Bring something flat to draw on and maybe some tape if it's windy. Pick a flower or a leaf, get really close to it, and pretend that your hand is like a little bug and it's drawing all around the edges of every shape and line that you see. This is called contour drawing, and it's actually pretty tricky, but the more you do it, the better you get. So here are my daffodils. There is an artist who is really good at this technique, and her name is Georgia O'Keeffe. Here are some of her works to inspire you. All right, this is the part of the video where if you have some scrap paper, get it out and we can draw some flowers together step by step. I'm going to start off with a simple daisy, and I'm using a Sharpie, but you can use a pencil. Try at least 5 of these flowers. I've got a little worksheet attached that you can look at. So for a daisy, you draw a circle and you just make these petals around. Pretty simple, right? Next we're going to make, I guess I'd call it a fancy daisy. You're going to make the petal, but this time make a little letter V and then back down. So out, letter V, back down, out. Cool. Next, we're going to make a flower with round petals. I guess I don't know what to call this one. And then I'm going to make a little V shape on the inside of each one. Cool. Next one, same thing, but this time when I go out to make the round petal, a letter V, just like before. So round petal, letter V. Round petal, letter V. And that's like a cherry blossom. Next is this one, it's called a primrose. So I'm gonna make heart-shaped petals. Add some leaves. All right, next, let's talk about some tiny flowers. You can just make some cute little bitty things, right? And then maybe even some more. So cute. Okay, tulip. I'm gonna make a teardrop, and then one of these, and one of these. That's tulip number 1. Tulip number 2 is kind of like that. Like that. Now I'm gonna skip the daffodil because that one's kind of tricky and do a mum next. So ready? I'm gonna start in the middle by making little bumps and kind of keep going around and around and around and around and around, around and around and around, maybe even a little bit more. Cool. And that's called, I guess, a mum. Okay, ooh, a sunflower. For sunflowers, have big middles, maybe even bigger. And then kind of small leaves like this. You can kind of go like that if you want. Maybe add them in the middle. This one I actually really like. It's like a wildflower, so I'm gonna make lines that go, it's almost like I'm kind of going to go like that. So this way, that way. Or, well, kind of like that, right? And then it could be like this. It's like a little wildflower. Next one I'm going to show you is something a lot of kids ask to do. It's a rose. So I'm going to start by making a wiggle in the middle. Then I'm going to make kind of this uneven wiggle again. Another kind of uneven one. Another one. Just kind of keep going. Make them a little bigger. That's kind of pretty good, I think. And then I'm gonna add the leaves. Sunflowers kind of go like this too, you know, and have like, I don't know what these are called, but my neighbor has them in her yard and they're so pretty. There's also, if you want to do like a daffodil, they've got those like cup-shaped things in the middle. And then you can kind of see like part of them. So these are my practice flowers. All right, you've practiced your flowers. Now get a new piece of paper and you are going to draw at least 5 flowers in a vase, or really any kind of container. There are so many different kinds of shapes you can have for your vase. It can be a traditional shape, it can be like a cup or a mug, it can be all kinds of wiggly shapes. You can actually cut a vase if you want to. I'm gonna take this, fold it in half, cut a shape. Let's see what that looks like when we unfold it. Ooh, that's cute, right? You could have a couple coming out of that. So if you want to cut a vase, you totally can. Otherwise, let's draw one. I'm going to choose, let's see. I'm going to choose, actually maybe just a glass of water. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start off by drawing a cylinder like this. Then I'm also going to draw one on the, I keep changing my mind, on the bottom. Then what you're gonna do is connect the top with the bottom here. After you've got your container blocked in, make some marks where you want your flowers to be and make sure that you've got some that are tall and some that are low, and have fun making some of the shapes that you practiced on your paper. You can also make some imaginary flowers if you want. They could just be doodle flowers, and color the mug or the vase and the flowers any way you want. Again, if you have paint, use it. If you have colored pencils or markers or crayons, use whatever you've got lying around the house. And I think everybody's picture is going to be different, and that's what makes this exciting. All right, that's plenty of talking from me. You go out and find some flowers or leaves or plants that inspire you, and I can't wait to see what you make.